another one of these bums.
Maybe supposed to be some change.
Yo, you bum. I'm not giving you any of my money. See that over there? That's a Mercedes-Benz, buddy. Screw off, you loser. This is an everyday situation for a homeless person. These people's lives are terrible and tragic enough without the emotional abuse inflicted by others. It needs to be understood this lifestyle is definitely not chosen, and simply getting a job isn't enough to get a homeless person off the streets and solve the addiction and substance problems that which may be a factor as well.
For most of us, homelessness is not considered an issue, as we believe it is simply a personal problem. However, what we don't think about is the causes of homelessness, which is things like lack of affordable housing and a variety of financial, mental, cognitive, and behavioral problems that could possibly stem to substance abuse problems, which can all be helped by proactive steps taken by our Canadian government in the problems associated with homelessness. By tackling the affordable housing problems here in our region head-on, by increasing the amount of shelters for the homeless and the less fortunate, we can help keep those that society has left behind off the streets and in a safer and hopefully more comfortable environment. This, paired with better funding for our charity groups for the homeless, such as the Salvation Army, can all help in improving the lives of these people.
Hi, I'm Kai Stone, and I'm going to be interviewing Netra Halperin today about homelessness in our community. So, Netra, will homelessness ever end?
Thank you, Kai, for asking me. This is a really important topic, so I'm really happy that we're discussing this. Homelessness has many layers, and it starts actually at the top as far as the federal policies. So even though it looks like it's right around us, it's things, for instance, inflation. It used to be that one person in a family could work, and that would be enough to support a whole family. And basically, wages have pretty much remained stagnant, and costs have pretty much gone up. And so now a person working at minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour, which pretty much most young people are going to start at, makes, when you take taxes out, it's about $873 a month. Rent here in Maui is about $1,000 per month, maybe down to $700. So you haven't even paid your full rent, much less gas, food, medical, all the other things that you need for a life. So basically, people just don't make enough money. So there are the working poor. There are people that are working full time and are still can't afford a home. So that's the big picture level. The governor's coordinator on homelessness, Mark Alexander, he is working on strategies that we can do within our community just to deal with that, the bigger picture level. So he's working with all the different agencies, and there are many agencies that are helping homeless people. So one of the things that they're doing is they're trying to focus more on getting people in shelter, because it actually costs more money to give homeless services to a homeless person than to pay their rent. So, and then there's all the other problems that happen when you're unsheltered. You know, you're going to have more medical costs, more emergency room, and counseling. So there's something called Housing First, and what that is it works with landlords and tenants and homeless people, and you find housing or you build housing, and then you give them support services to make sure that they can stay there. So that's one of the solutions. So as far as back to your original question, will homelessness never end? I hope so. I hope it'll end soon, but I think we're going to have to look at a lot of really important questions, a lot of big questions, and especially at the federal level.
So, do you think that we're doing enough to help the homeless?
I mean, we can always do more. I know that, the governor's program just started some months back. Kiev has a really big problem. A lot of the homeless congregate around Holly Cow because that's where people are fed. And so they're going to, a lot of people are going to live near there. There's several people that live on the beach right around there. And there's several people that live, kind of maybe put their stuff in the bushes. There's a whole homeless camp behind Azekas. And so there's, families, everybody there. So we haven't even really started to deal with the issue here. I know there's a lot of plans. A friend of mine just recently alerted me that over in Oahu, for the big conference that's coming up, they have actually are shutting down the feeding programs within the parks. And these are not even programs that are paid for by the state. These are programs that are paid for by churches, by community groups. And it's basically, I think they don't want the homeless people to be in public. And while I do understand the underlying philosophy, which is let's deal with the underlying causes, which is housing, instead of just, dealing with the aftermath, which is people have no food, you can't just take away the lifeboat before everybody's on shore. I mean, people are rummaging in garbage cans. I mean, that's not okay. So I would say not yet, there's more time to see, but we aren't doing enough yet.
I'm so not sure what more should we do to help the homeless, in your opinion?
I mean, I think a lot of the programs, this Housing First program, was another interesting thing I want to talk about is NIMBY, not in my backyard. And I made a little video of NIMBY if you want to have a look at that. But over in Chinatown, I don't know if any of you have been to Chinatown, but there's homeless people right on the sidewalks. It's just really horrible. And there's no public toilets there. And so that's a huge problem. And so a lot of money was raised. I think it was like, I don't know, $6 million, $8 million to do a Housing First program, which means that they were going to actually construct housing specifically for homeless people. And as I was mentioning, that if you get people housed, that's the most important thing. And you give them some case management to make sure that they're on track with their medical and their eating, etc. Anyway, so the community in that neighborhood, the Chinatown community, heard about this, and they were very upset. And they actually went to the community meeting and protested it, because they did not want it, because their theory was, okay, that'll bring homeless people to our neighborhood, and it's not really how it works. So people, I would beseech people regarding the NIMBY thing, if you hear there's going to be a homeless something in your neighborhood, thoroughly research it before reacting. Because if anything on its face can be painted one way, and it can be painted another way. So I would say that's the community is actually responsible for that, for understanding before freaking out, basically, and seeing, will this cut down on homelessness in our community, or will it increase it? So, and ask the experts, ask people that you trust, what will actually happen.
All right, thank you. And what do you think is the most common way that people become homeless?
Well, thank you, Kai. It's a really good question. It depends on what time you're talking. Back in the, I guess it was 70s, Reagan, there was a lot of people were living in facilities. There was mental institutions and other facilities, and he shut them all down. And that's part of how a lot of mentally ill became homeless, because there's not really facilities in our community for mentally ill people. Another one is drug abuse, and same thing, there are not facilities. And then a lot of those people also end up in prison because of drug abuse, but that's a different topic. But so more substance abuse treatment, more facilities for mentally ill people. No, those are the chronic homeless, and those are people that have been homeless for sometimes decades. Right now, because of the economy, a lot of people are becoming homeless just because they don't have a job or their job doesn't pay enough. And I would say for those people, the big determiner is, do they have friends and family? Because a lot of people are staying in a home, but they're shacking up with some of their friends, their family, crowding together. So they're not literally homeless, but they can't afford to get their own place. So I would say what caused it are those things, and the first thing we have to deal with is the most obvious. We have to deal with the mentally ill and the chronically homeless, but we also have to deal with the economy. And again, I know people here don't feel like they have any influence on the federal level, but we do, and I think we need to let our government know that the banks. I know this isn't about the bank bailouts, but Wall Street is responsible for the recession. Wall Street is responsible. Between Wall Street and the Federal Reserve, they are responsible for the economy, and they're responsible for the fact that everybody's getting poor. Technology is improving, and people are getting poor. There's something wrong with that picture. So I think those things all need to be addressed.
I wanted to thank you, Netra, for taking the time to come down here and have an interview with me about homelessness. And I also wanted to thank you about writing your article in the Maui News weekly. And I learned about it. I learned a lot about homelessness when I read that, more than probably any other article that I read.
Well, you're quite welcome, Kai. I'm very happy to talk to you about this, and I'm happy to get to speak to your classmates. And remember, we're all in this together.
And my brother Pappy. I'm Benny.
Hey, Benny.
Pappy.
I'm Cooper.
And,
Nice to meet you, man.
What are you going to do with the tape?
It's for a project.
Documentaries for his college.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. You what?
See, when we first got homeless, we thought maybe it would be for a day or two, and it turned in from a day or
Years.
two to a week or two to a month or two, and then we've been homeless now for
8 years.
He's been homeless 8. I've been homeless 11.
Watch out. They're going to run into you.
Oh.
And when I first got homeless, see, I didn't know I was going to be homeless. So I had to learn to live in the cold, in the hot. In the summertime, we sleep in the woods, right?
We seem to have that shelter over there, but they don't open that shelter up to like 36 degrees.
36 degrees or below.
Yeah.
Then,
And then when they let you sleep there, they send you out at 7 o'clock in the morning,
6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock in the morning, when it's still freezing outside. And they won't let us come back until 7:30 that night, right?
Till lunchtime.
Yeah,
Lunchtime.
right. So
They just put you out in the cold?
Huh?
They just put you out in the cold?
Yeah, they just put us out in the
Put
cold
us out in the cold.
Damn.
all day long in the
We
cold.
ain't got nowhere to go.
We don't have nowhere to go. We get rained on, snowed on.
Where's the shelter?
Yeah,
We got soaking wet the other
we
day.
got something wet the other day.
Damn.
He bought us a little plate at KFC. And, he said, y'all homeless?
Well,
He said,
let me tell you what
shut
happened.
up a minute.
Okay.
He said, y'all don't look y'all homeless. I said, well,
You don't, to be honest.
I,
You
Well, I
don't, to
know.
be honest.
But the church give me
we
on.
are homeless.
We
But
are
we don't
homeless.
look like it.
Well, he does.
I don't,
But
I'm gonna slap
last
you.
night,
I'm going to slap you.
last night we got jumped on
By who?
because they wanted
See
his
my
bag.
eye?
They wanted
Damn.
his bag.
See my eye?
They did that to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they jumped on me.
Look at my hand.
They wanted to rob us.
They
Damn.
stomped on my hand.
Them broke his
I don't know if
Fuck.
it's broke or
broke
what.
his wrist.
I don't know if it's broke or what.
Jesus,
But
man.
they
swollen.
wanted
Look
his
at my
bag.
eye.
They wanted his bag.
They wanted my
They-
bag.
They blacked his eye.
See it?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What do you guys tend to eat?
We don't know. I mean, we go day to day.
When you got the money, where do you go? Like,
If I get up enough,
Well, when
if
we
I
get
get up
money-
enough money, I go get me a room. I try to.
We try to.
But
But the
when the
room,
shelter's open, we'll
like
stay
he's
in the
it's
shelter.
gonna get 40 tonight.
yeah.
But they don't
we
open
don't know
up.
what we're gonna
They
do.
don't open
Damn.
up till it's 36
We
degrees.
we're gonna be cold, right?
We're gonna be cold
We're
night.
gonna be cold.
We're gonna be cold night.
What kind of food do you buy though?
We really don't buy food.
Well,
We smoke cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
So we get cigarettes,
Cigarettes, soda, and,
soda.
sometimes we go at McDonald's and get us a hamburger.
See, like right now, we're not supposed to be on this property. Because
Yeah. Well, no one's. I
When
don't,
we sitting in the
people
court,
here are
that's
pretty
why-
friendly.
Well, you be
we-
shut up.
What?
Sit down and be quiet.
Okay.
so like, if you have money, and you're gonna spend it on food, where would you go? Like-
We can't go nowhere. We can't go to Burger King. They run us off from Burger King. They run us off from McDonald's.
Damn.
No, I ain't got a Burger King McDonald's, but he can't.
I can't. He can.
Because he was over there panhandling. But
Yeah.
if I had the money, you know what I'd do with it?
I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Where?
I'll go over there and get me a room. That's what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with that $1 I gave you. You're going over to McDonald's and getting a biscuit or something?
Yeah, we're going
I'm gonna have to let him go in there because I can't go in there.
Damn.
They got a trespass notice on me.
What about the food in the gas stations? You ever buy that?
I'd rather go to McDonald's and get a biscuit.
I
Yeah.
can't go in this store here either.
Damn.
We're not even supposed to be here.
We're not even supposed to be on this property.
Bullshit.
If the police was to pull up right now, they would lock us up for trespass. And you know what the fine is?
Nigga, please.
Nigga, please.
Alright, I gotta go.
Where you going?
Hey, it's nice meeting you.
Hey,
It was.
What's your name again?
It's Cooper.
Cooper.
If I ever
Please.
see you two again,
Hey.
I'm gonna help you out as much as I can.
All right, if you see us
We'll
around,
be right in here.
What's your names?
Benny,
Benny what?
Humphrey.
And you're
Lee.
Lee Grant,
Grant.
right? Yeah.
Hey,
See,
you remember?
we
you
had
remember,
we had another brother.
You remember?
We had another brother.
We had
He
another brother.
He was my blood brother.
Lenny, he got killed
He
up
got
there.
killed.
He got hit on them 2 cars killed.
over in Louisville. He
Yeah.
was run over by 2 cars. Man.
Did you hear about
That's
that?
terrible.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
First car hit him in the ribs.
And the next one knocked him
And
way across
knocked
the
him into the
parking lot.
west.
2 cars hit him?
The
Yep.
westbound lane. The first car hit him and knocked him in the westbound lane.
Crushed his head.
Crushed him. And the second car run over his skull
Yep.
and drug him for 50 feet
He was messed up so bad they had to cremate him.
and cremated.
That's our brother. That's our brother.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's our brother.
Rest in peace.
We love him though.
Can't see it.
Can't see me.
He's right here with us though. He's right here with us though.
Yep. He's with us.
He's right here with us.
And you know what the main thing that keeps us together?
What?
The main thing. I got 3 words for you.
Bro, I got 4.
I love you.
I got 4. I love you more.
There you go, boy.
You two
Love
deserve
keeps us together, man.
so much, man.
Huh?
You two deserve so much.
Hey, we gotta take care. We gotta take care of you, cuz we don't.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna do it. I don't give a fat rat's ass. Fat rat's ass.
I'll see you later, though.
Hey, good meeting
If I ever
man.
see you around, I'm gonna help you two out as much as I can.
All right, thank you, brother.
We'll be right around in here. We'll
We-
be at the
we'll
bus.
be
You know
in
where the bus
this
stop
here.
is in United Way?
Yeah.
We go from there to here.
All right.
From here to there.
Nice meeting you.
That's
We
where
ain't
we
gonna
go.
go too far.
We don't go too
We
far.
ain't gonna go too
We'll be right in here.
All right.